City of Stevens Point Common Council Reorganizational Meeting, recorded Tuesday, April 21, 2020.
I have 4 o'clock. We were going to call the Common Council meeting to order. This is a special reorganizational meeting of the Common Council, and we are participating via Zoom. And this meeting is being broadcast live as we present, and also being recorded, which will be published later. Present in the room with me is Acting Chief Tom Zenner from the Stevens Point Police Department, and a roll call shows all of the alders present. I want to welcome Alder Leek, your first official meeting. So welcome and congratulations. He was sworn in earlier today.
Yesterday,
I'm sorry.
no problem.
Took effect today.
Yeah.
So here is how the agenda is going to work because of the change in format in the Zoom. We will go through the agenda when it comes time for nominations and election of the council president. We have a polling capability, an anonymous polling capability through Zoom that we have tested at our most recent staff meeting. So I will call for nominations for president of the Common Council. Once nominations are closed, I will need a minute to create the poll. And then the alders only the alders will be allowed to vote on that council president, and it will be anonymous. I have Assistant Chief or Acting Chief Zenner here as a witness, but I can also send the results out to everybody so you see what it is. After we elect the council president, then we will recess to allow the Public Protection, Personnel, and Finance Committee meeting to take place. At those meetings, the only agenda items are election of the chair and the vice chair, and then you will adjourn to the next meeting. Clerk Kramer will call the meetings individually to order and call for the election of the chair. Once a chair is elected, the chair will then take over for that meeting. We're not going to interrupt the Zoom session. It will all be consecutive, back to back. Once those 3 meetings have completed, we will reconvene to affirm the actions of those committees with their chairs and vice chairs. The Public Works, although it was included in your packet, statutorily cannot be done until the first Monday? Tuesday? It's the first Monday or Tuesday in May.
Yeah.
We'll have an agenda for that out.
Yep.
So is there any questions before I get started? Okay. And so again, if you're not speaking, please stay on mute and we will move on. Roll call shows everyone is present. And this number 2 item is the mayoral appointments to various boards and commissions. A vast majority of these are reappointments. Alder Leek has graciously agreed to serve in some of the aldermanic roles, and we still have 1 vacancy on the Transportation Commission in that regard. Other appointments may not be expired, so the ones you see before you are the ones that require immediate appointment. What are your wishes?
I just have one comment. Beating Sean to the punch here. The EMS Oversight Board has officially been disbanded.
That's right.
So it shows Sean and I as appointees, but it no longer exists.
Yep.
You're right, and you had told me that, Alder, when we talked, and I forgot to have Kelly take it off the list.
No big deal.
Yeah, we can still appoint you even though it doesn't exist. Alder Shore.
Thank you, Mayor.
Sean and I could get you.
Speaking of Alder Kneebon's commission appointments and service, going back to the Transportation Commission vacancy, is that a vacancy that can be filled by an alder, or that's a commission that needs 2 alders?
Yep, that's a citizen appointment that's open.
Okay.
We have 2 alders. The rest are citizen appointments, and the
Okay.
one that's open is a citizen appointment. I apologize for not
You have
clarifying that.
Do you want a motion to approve that slate?
Before we do that, I'm going to unmute Jeremy. Jeremy, you are unmuted. Any comments?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm putting you back on mute. I would seek a motion, yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the slate as presented minus the EMS oversight appointments.
I would like to second that.
Seconded by Alderperson Nabel. Discussion? Hearing none, clerk, would you please call the roll, and unmute yourself, please, when you are voting. Jeremy, you're unmuted.
Okay, this will be a roll call on agenda item 2, boards and commissions. Jennings.
Aye.
Shore.
Aye.
Nabel.
You were on mute, Cindy.
That's right.
Nabel.
Aye.
Thank you. Zarazua.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Slawinski.
Aye.
Kneebone.
Aye.
Leek.
Aye.
Dalton.
Aye.
Fischler.
Aye.
And Morrow.
Aye.
Okay.
11-0.
Unanimous.
That is approved. Congratulations, Alder Leek, on your first official vote. Item number 3 is mayoral appointments of council members to the standing committees. Those were also included in your packet. What are your wishes?
I'll move approval.
Okay, and I have Jeremy, you're unmuted.
Are you looking for a motion or a second?
A second at this point.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the list of the standing committee appointees as presented. Any discussion? Hearing none. Again, Jeremy, you are you're unmuted. I would ask the alders to unmute yourself when you're ready to vote, and the clerk will call the roll.
Okay, just to confirm, who made the motion?
I believe it was Shore making the motion.
And
Slawinski
Slawinski
second.
second. Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay. Moore.
Aye.
Fischler.
Aye.
Dalton.
Aye.
Leek.
Aye.
Kneebone.
Aye.
Slawinski.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Zarazua.
Aye.
Nabel. Nabel.
Mute.
Aye.
Shore.
Aye.
And Jennings.
Aye.
Okay, unanimous vote.
Unanimous consent. That list is approved. And now we will elect a council president. Jeremy, I'm going to keep you unmuted for this entire discussion. So if you have anything, I see Alder Shore has his hand raised. Alder Shore.
Yeah, it's my pleasure once again to nominate Alder Johnson for president.
Okay.
Second.
Second.
We don't need a second for nominations, but they are appreciated, I'm sure.
Oh.
They are.
That's okay.
They are.
So are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Giving it extra time just to make sure.
Right.
Seeing no other nominations, I would recommend we have a motion to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for president, or I'm sorry, at this point, Alderperson Johnson.
So moved.
So moved by Alder Slawinski.
Okay, we'll give the motion to Slawinski, second to Shore. Which really works out well because I don't even have to create a poll then.
Right.
All those in favor of the motion, I think we can do this by a voice vote. Please unmute yourselves. And just so Melissa can hear it, because I really like the sound of this. All those in favor of casting a unanimous ballot for Alderperson Johnson as council president, signify by saying aye.
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 All right, great. So we are done with that, and we are going to stand in recess until the committee meetings have elected their chairs and vice chairs. First up is public protection. So a reminder that Clerk Krautkramer is going to call the meeting to order and call for the election of the chair. Once that's done, and of course, only those members of that committee can vote for the chair. Once that's done, the chair will take over, elect the vice chair, and adjourn. Clerk, it's up to you.
Okay. All right. The special public Protection Committee is called to order. The first item on the agenda is election of committee chair. Are there any nominations?
I would like to nominate, sorry. I'd
Go
like
ahead,
to
Sue.
nominate Tori Jennings.
Okay, Alder Jennings is nominated. Are there any other nominations?
I will nominate Mary Kneebone. This is Tori Jennings.
Okay, Alder Kneebone is also nominated. Are there any further nominations for chair of the Public Protection Committee? Are there any other nominations for chair of the Public Protection Committee? Okay, hearing
One
none.
more time,
One more?
please. I think
Are there any? Well, I thought that was 3. Okay. Are there any further nominations for chair of the Public Protection Committee? Okay, hearing none. We will,
Okay, so we have 2 nominees. Typically, we do these by voice vote. We need to identify your voice. So I would recommend either we do a poll, which we can, or we do a voice vote with a show of hands or something, so there's a record of it. I see that, I'm sorry, I apologize. Alder Jennings and Alder Dalton and Alder Slawinski don't have video. So
Sorry, Mayor, let's please do a poll.
okay, we're gonna do a poll. Give me a second. I'm gonna create this. Remember that only the alders on that committee would be able to vote. I apologize, no disrespect is meant. I'm using last names only to save my typing. All right, should work.
Cool.
So everyone in the meeting will see the poll. Only the alders on that committee should be voting. So I should have 5 votes. Okay, is there anyone who has not finished voting yet? Okay, with that, I'm going to end the voting. I have 3 votes Jennings, 2 votes Kneebone. I will end the poll and I will share the results. Okay, so everybody has an opportunity to see that. And then I think I can get rid of that. Okay, so Alder Jennings, you are, congratulations, you're elected Chair of Public Protection. Clerk, I'm sorry, Chair Jennings, it is up to you now to nominate or get the Vice Chair settled.
All right, I didn't pay attention to how this works, but
Alder, so you would call for nominations 3 times. And once it's done, if there's 1 person, you can move to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot. If there are more than 1 nomination, we would have some kind of vote.
all right, I'll call for nominations for Vice Chair for Public Protection Committee.
I'll nominate Mary Kneebone.
Are there any other nominations? Are there any other, go ahead.
Can you second it or not?
No.
Okay,
There's
got
no
it.
need to second it. You certainly can, but there's no need to second it.
Okay.
Are there any other nominations? 3rd time, are there any other nominations? Seeing none,
The proper motion, Alder, would be to request a motion to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Alderperson Kneebone as Vice Chair of Public Protection.
motion to, how did you say that? Motion to close?
You can just use that as a
Nominations.
reference.
Yeah, motion to close nominations.
And cast
and
EMS.
cast a ballot or cast a vote for Alder Kneebone as vice chair.
Someone needs to make that motion, please.
I'll move to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second to that?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Nabel. So Fischler, Nabel. Sorry, Chair. I didn't mean to jump on that. It's your call now for vote.
No, thank you very much. All right, we have a nomination, or we have a motion and a second. We can do this on a voice vote, is that correct?
Provided, yes. Provided no one objects, that's completely correct.
All right, everyone on public protection, make sure your mic is on. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Alder Kneebone will be vice chair of Public Protection Committee. Thank you, everyone.
Alder, just adjourn, please.
And we are adjourned.
Perfect. Clerk, we have Personnel Committee up next.
Okay, the Special Personnel Committee is called to order. The first item on the agenda is the election of committee chair. Are there any nominations?
I nominate David Shore as the recommended for chair.
I'll second that. Oh, wait. We
Are
didn't second
there-
those.
Are there any additional nominations for Personnel Committee chair? Are there any further nominations for Personnel Committee chair? Are there any further nominations for Personnel Committee chair? Okay, hearing none, I will accept a motion to close the nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Alder Shore to be elected as chair of the Personnel Committee.
I nominate to close the session and nominate Alder Shore for the treasurer for the chair for Personnel Committee.
Alder, I'm sorry, I don't mean to put words in your mouth, but you are making a motion to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Alder Shore.
Correct.
Is that correct?
That is correct. Thank you.
I will second that.
Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
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 All those opposed, no. Okay, the ayes have it. Congratulations, Alder Shore.
Thank you. Taking the chair now for the next item of business. Are there nominations for vice chair of the Personnel Committee?
I'd like to nominate myself, Polly Dalton, for vice chair.
Thank you. Are there any other nominations for vice chair? Are there any other nominations for vice chair? He said a second time.
I would like to nominate Makira Sarazua.
Very good, thank you. So that's 2 nominations. Are there any others? Do I need to, does the count start over again?
You know, I really don't know legally. I think you'd be okay with 3. Just doing it 3
I have
times.
asked 3 times.
Yeah, I think it starts over again, and that's what I've been doing with open
Okay,
public
fine.
hearings. But
That's,
you can do it
that's
quicker.
fine. Any more nominations for vice chair? Last time, are there any more nominations for vice chair? Okay, can I have assistance in setting up the poll?
First of all, you would need a motion to close the nominations, and
Okay.
we will cast votes, and I will get that poll set up while you entertain everyone else.
Right, can I have a nomination to close the nominations with those 2?
So moved.
Thank you. So
will
we
second.
act on that? A second?
I'll
I'll
second.
second.
And let's just do a voice vote on that. All in favor of closing nominations, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the motion carries and the poll is being set up. A reminder that only members of the Personnel Committee should be voting on the poll, which should yield us no more than 5 votes.
I'm not seeing this poll.
It's not up yet. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's
okay.
being set up.
Okay, got it. Sorry, I thought it was already up.
Nope, I'm working on it.
Spelling Makira is really hard.
Oh, no, I'm just going with last names.
That's not that much easier.
Yeah, I guess.
No, it is. The surname is easier.
Hang on, it's not working here. Give me a second. Where's pull 2? Where do you see that? Oh, there we go. Why can't I delete this one?
Our thanks to Acting Chief Zenner.
Yeah, well, so I've got 2 polls, but when I try to launch the poll,
I'm just in the peanut gallery mocking them, that's all. So,
I didn't test multiple polls. Oh, here we go. There we go. Personnel chair. Thank you. Got it. You should see the polling now. Please cast your vote for either Alderperson Dalton or Alderperson Zarazua. And honestly, Zarazua is probably just as hard to spell as Makira, but I can do either. Bonus for me, right?
Makira is a lot harder.
Okay, I have 5 votes. Is there anyone who needs more time voting? Hearing nothing, I'm going to end the poll. I have 3 votes Dalton, 2 votes Zarazua. I will share the results.
Congratulations, Alder Dalton / Vice Chair Dalton. Look forward to working with you and the rest of the committee. Our agenda being exhausted, we stand adjourned.
Well done. Up next, Finance.
The Special Finance Committee is called to order. The first item on the agenda is the election of the committee chair. Are there any nominations for Finance Committee Chair?
I'll nominate, I'm sorry, President Johnson.
No, we don't need to. It's like a reflex.
Okay. Are there any further nominations for Finance Committee Chair? Are there any further nominations for Finance Committee Chair? Are there any further nominations for Chair of the Finance Committee? Hearing none, I will accept a motion to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Alder Johnson to be elected as Chair of the Finance Committee.
So moved.
And who was that?
It's Alder Slowinski.
Thank you.
Second. Sure.
Thank you. All those in favor, say aye.
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 All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. Congratulations, Alder Johnson, as Chair of the Finance Committee.
Thank you, Clerk Kramer. See, I'm having trouble with names too, so it's going around. So we now need to search for a vice chair of the Finance Committee, and I'm entertaining nominations for vice chair of the Finance Committee.
This is Alder Slowinski. I'll nominate myself.
Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to close the nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Alder Slawinski as Vice Chair of Finance Committee.
So moved.
I'll second Alder Slawinski.
Okay, motion by Morrow, second by Slawinski. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, no? Unanimous vote. Congratulations, Alder Slawinski and Vice Chair. Our business is done and we are adjourned. Thank you very much.
Okay, and I will reconvene the reorganizational meeting of the Common Council to call it to order at 4:26. The only action that we have to consider is the recent actions of the Public Protection, Personnel, and Finance Committees. As a brief recap, Alder Jennings is elected Chair of the Public Protection Committee, Alder Kneebone as Vice Chair. Alder Shore was elected Chair of the Personnel Committee with Alder Dalton as Vice Chair. And President Johnson was elected Chair of the Finance Committee with Alder Slawinski elected as Vice Chair. I would be looking for a motion to affirm those actions, please.
I'll move to approve those listed actions. Slawinski.
Second.
Seconded by President Johnson. Any discussion? Hearing none. I think we can do this with a voice vote. So I'll ask you to unmute, and all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, that is approved unanimously. Our agenda is exhausted, and we are adjourned at 4:26.
A video of this meeting is available for viewing on the city's website, stevenspoint.com/videos.